Hi there, hope that you're doing well. And today I'd like to talk about education in South Korea and the plight of teenagers that are studying for their exams, preparing for college. I watched a video and these students will be studying for around 12 to 15 hours per day. They'll get up early. They'll get up at 6 o'clock and they'll go to school, and then they'll be at school maybe till 4 o'clock, and then they'll go to after school classes, and then maybe they'll arrive home just before midnight, maybe 10, 11 o'clock, and then they'll continue studying until after midnight, and all to prepare for their college, to get into college, because getting into a good college gives them a better chance of being hired at one of the major corporations in South Korea. And if they don't get a job at one of the major corporations, they're kind of seen as a failure. And this puts huge pressure on the teenagers in South Korea. I think I heard that the government there had to pass a law saying that the cram schools couldn't stay open past midnight. And that to me just sounds completely insane. You see, like teenagers, when they need a good night's sleep the most, because their brains are still developing. They're entering the latter stages of development. They need sleep, but these students must be getting like 5 hours of sleep at the most, because they're studying so much. They're sat at a desk for the longest part of the day, studying minutiae that once they've passed the exams, they'll forget over 3/4 of it. They'll forget most of it. So I want to compare it to my time at school, and I'm not saying that either scenario is the best. I'm not saying that either one is better than the other, or that my experience is the preferred experience. But I can remember going to school 25 years ago in England, and like I went to school, started school just before 9 o'clock, and we had 3 breaks during the day, one a lunch break, and we finished school just after 3 o'clock. And I during my whole schooling had no after school classes. I never went to a single after school class, and I didn't have much homework. So compare that to the experience of the South Korean student that is under immense pressure. And during this video, they showed the students in the classroom, and the students themselves were being watched on camera by the administrators in a kind of Big Brother style kind of thing that was going on. The administrators would watch for the students, and whether they'd be dozing off or they weren't paying attention, which seems quite, what's the term for it? Quite seems like it's almost like a panopticon. So it's like you're always being watched and evaluated, and it's not a situation I'd like to have gone through. But I feel sorry for those, those South Koreans who don't really get to experience a childhood during their teenage years. They don't really get to hang out and have much free time, because they're always made to be doing like planned activities and studying and sat down at a desk, and they don't have much time to explore other kind of alternatives to that. So anyway, thank you for watching, and if you have any feedback or comments, I'd much appreciate that. Have a good one.